So recently, Cardi B came out saying something about she was getting eggs for like $2 and now they're like $7 or something. And that's got all the people looking, the people who aren't normally on the stock market looking at daily business news like you and me every day. If you like daily business news, please like, comment, subscribe. But it's got the people who don't really care looking at it and thinking, man, my groceries were a little bit more expensive. More like a lot a bit more expensive. Put you in the grave, make it spare change Squidward expensive. But this has really been prevalent and pretty easy to see in the price of eggs as those have risen, and a lot of people are writing it off to the recession, which obviously it's due to the recession and the high inflation that we've been recently seeing. But you don't want to just write things off at recession. We don't want to do that over here at the channel. We want to break it down and really understand the ins and outs of why these things are happening. So I want to take a look into why the egg market has risen so much. It may be affecting other industries too, not just, foods, consumer staples, things like that. But I really want us to kind of take a deep dive into why these things are happening so we can understand. And we don't have to just sit there and write it off as a recession. So I'm not going to hold you up, and let's go ahead and just get into the video. Now this says, why are egg prices still so high? It's not the reason you think. Now it says the median cost of a dozen eggs in the US remains $4.25, over twice what it was a year ago. And while increased inflation in 2022 has contributed somewhat, the real reason egg costs remain high is an avian flu that has decimated chicken farmers, causing as much as 57 million chickens to be affected. See, this is why this is important to look at, because you're gonna write it off. Oh, it's just a recession, but it may be more. It may be more something different than that, and that's what it looks like. It looks like some kind of disease. Now, it says, in a report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture that tracks food price outlook, eggs have risen up 59% in December 2022, the highest year-over rise in prices among food items. That's insane. 60% in 1 month is insane. The main reason egg prices remain high is the spread of an avian influenza virus, which started early 2022 and has already affected more birds than the 2015 outbreak, according to the Centers for Disease Control. CDC, shout out Atlanta. If you didn't know, the CDC's in Atlanta. Yeah, Northside, let's go. Now, it says the avian flu affects more than 100 species of birds and can spread quickly with a mortality rate of 90 to 100% in chickens, according to the CDC. So that means if a chicken has it, it's dead. The chicken's dead. If your chicken catches this, it's done. It's over. Now, it says so far there have been 57 million birds culled because of the influenza virus across 47 states, according to data from the USDA, compared to 50 million birds that were affected across 21 states in 2015. So this is way worse, way worse. Now it says it does occur from time to time, so this is a relatively normal thing, and has been associated with human death in Asia, Africa, Europe, the Pacific, and while rare, the avian flu has caused illness in North America. Now it says in December, when egg demand was at an all-time high due to the beginning of the holiday season. I'm assuming they sell more eggs when it's the holidays, the family comes in, you want to cook them a nice breakfast, and everything, a little breakfast, a little sausage, a little eggs, mix it up real quick for the family, so you might use a little bit more eggs. And with inflation still being high, as compounding, when things compound, that's how it really gets bad. Kind of like Elon Musk and Tesla, like, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and that just makes the whole situation way worse. Now, it says that more than twice the year before, where they were $1.78, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. It says in some states like California, egg prices were as high as $7 for a dozen. Sounds like what Cardi B was telling us. Mainly attributed to a state law which requires egg producers to raise cage-free hens that went into effect last year, and so far the bird flu has killed 4 million cage-free hens alone, keeping supplies low as demand remained high. So basically, let's keep it a stack. so many chickens are passing away, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to these chickens, that there's just not that many eggs, and the demand is just as high as it was. So same demand, lower supply, you know what that means. High prices, it's basic economics. Now, consumer eating habits also play a part in the sudden rise of egg prices, as egg consumption has risen 17% between 2012 and 2022, according to a report of the USDA, and even outpaced red meat. So people are also buying even more eggs. It's a shame. I should have, you know what I'm saying? If I had known this was going to happen, man, I would have had the eggs, the chicken coop in the back. You know what I'm saying? I would have been raising chickens. Y'all would have been hearing this video right now. Y'all would hear, bok, 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 bok. You feel me? Now it says, as consumers wind down their egg consumption after the holidays, egg prices will begin to lower as egg producers have more time to stock up and focus on how to deal with the avian influenza virus before the next holiday demand in April. Oh yeah, ooh, I didn't even think about that. Easter's about to be ugly. Oh man, Easter's gonna be ugly, but they're saying hopefully it'll slow down. But what I'm also wondering too is, if this is something that comes around like all the time, the world has seen it. They already don't have any procedures in place. Like they already don't really know how to deal with this. It doesn't sound like this is a new disease at all. There was an outbreak in 2015, and it sounds like this is something that happens every decade or so, you know? So I would just be, you know, you would assume that they would have, you know, a handle on this. Now it says a surprising fact. While the cage-free requirement has kept California egg prices high, in other states that have more lax rules, organic or cage-free might actually be the cheaper option. Okay, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. All right, the large. Okay, I think we understand. So now we know, people, it's not necessarily the recession at all that has affected egg prices like that. I mean, obviously it's made them a lot higher, but the real reason the egg prices are high, as we can see, is that there is a essential bird flu going around that is knocking off our chickens, you know, and the less chickens we have and people still want their eggs, the more they're just gonna have to sell their eggs for, because they don't have many eggs, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. So it's good that we were able to finally come to a understanding on this. A lot of people were just kind of complaining about the price of eggs, but I didn't see anybody in the comments on Instagram talking about, oh wow, like there's a lot less chickens that can make these eggs, you know, and everything like that. So you know what I have this channel for, just so we can all be informed about topics like this, especially interesting ones that everybody seems to be kind of talking about, but no one really knows what they're talking about. And this seems to be that kind of occurrence. So if you guys like these type of videos, you know, things like this, let me know. If you guys have any video topics that you would like, or you would like me to start talking about, let me know in the comments, things like that. Like, comment, subscribe to show the channel some love, you know, everything like that. I hope you guys have a great day, and you know, maybe go to the grocery store and look at those egg prices, and if they're not looking too bad, scoop up some eggs, you know what I'm saying? And if you got a chicken coop, send me over some eggs, because they're kind of expensive.